On this video, I am going to endeavor to read and translate, uh, not in hexameter poetic style, but to read Homer's Iliad, the first 5 lines, looking at grammar, vocabulary, and grammar, and seeking to understand it. My training was not in classical Greek, but in Hebrew and ancient Near Eastern languages. And so I am basically going to do this. That was my PhD training. But I'm basically going to do this to challenge myself at this point in life. So let me just begin. Uh, Maiden aedes palea deo archeleos. The wrath, sing, O goddess, of Peleus, of Achilles, Ulamenein, he muri, Achaios auge Esakin, that destructive wrath, which myriads of woes or numerous woes uh, were placed to the Achaeans. Palas diphthemus psuchas iddi praeopsin, and many brave souls to Hades uh, it hurled forth. Heroon, that is, of souls. So many, of heroes. So many brave souls to Hades uh, were hurled, or it hurled, were placed, or hurled, of souls. Altus de Caloria tuca cunison, and made them uh, booty for the dogs. Oionoisi tedaita de us de eteleta bule, and feasts for the birds of prey. And the will of Zeus was being perfected. Let me now just go phrase by phrase and look at the grammar. I appreciate the work by Clyde Farr, Homeric Greek, revised by John Wright, Homeric Greek, a book for beginners. And I appreciate looking at that and thinking about it as I'm working through this. So, Mainen Ada. Mainen is a noun, feminine, from manus. It's the accusative singular, meaning wrath. It's put here for emphasis. The wrath, aeda, sing. Aeda is from the verb aedo. It is a present imperative, active, second person singular. So sing, O goddess of the wrath. The is a noun feminine, vocative, meaning goddess. So he's wanting to be helped to sing this poetry that he's putting forth. Peleades Achilles, son of Peleus. This is a genitive, masculine singular. Peleades Achilles is a masculine genitive, then opposition, in apposition, to son of Peleus. That is Achilles, or Achilles. So the wrath, sing, goddess of Peleus' son, Achilles. Then in line 2, it continues. Ulamenen he muri archaeos auge esekin. That destructive wrath. Ulamenen is an adjective feminine accusative singular from ulamenos, meaning destructive wrath. He, which, is a relative pronoun, feminine nominative singular, meaning which. Muri is from murios. It's a neuter adjective accusative plural, which numerous or countless. Archaeos to the Achaeans. It's the proper name, Archaeos, masculine dative plural, algem, which pains to numerous Achaeans were brought. Ethekin is from tithemi. It is the aorist indicative active third person singular from tithemi. So sing of that destructive wrath which brought countless woes, we could render it, upon the Achaeans. Verse 3. Palas diffimus psuchas aidi poi absent, and sent forth to Hades many valiant souls. Psuchas is meaning souls. It is the accusative plural from psuche. Idi means to Hades, to death, to Hades, the god of the underworld. Praeopsin, sent forth. Praeopsin is from praeopto, meaning to send forth or send forward. Here we have the aorist indicative active, third person singular, which sent forth from praeopto, which sent forth Achaeans to Hades. If I would render the phrase, it would be Achaeans and sent forth to Hades many valiant souls. And that brings us to the next line. Heroon altus de heloria tuke kunisin. That is, and made them. Many valiant souls of heroes, we could render it, and made themselves spoil for the dogs, would be the next phrase. Heroon is soul from heros, nominative, masculine genitive plural of heroes. Altus is the personal pronoun, third masculine accusative plural. Souls themselves. De and is your particle, and heloria is from helor. It's a noun neuter accusative plural, meaning spoils. And tuke is from tuko, was making them. It's the imperfect indicative active, a third singular, person singular, to make. So it was making them booty or spoils for the dogs. Kunisin is from kuun. It is the noun masculine dative plural meaning dog. So many souls of heroes and made them spoil for the dogs. And then line 5, oionoisi te pasin deas de et teleeta boule. So line 5 would be, and every bird, thus, and every bird uh, to be a feast, we could say, for all the birds, and the will of Zeus was being perfected. Oianoisin is the masculine dative plural, meaning birds of prey, and to every all the birds of prey, te is a particle, and posse is the adjective masculine dative plural, meaning all, or all the birds of prey. Uh, and then finally, deos means Zeus, and the will of Zeus, genitive singular, eteleete, was being perfected. Here we have the verb teleo, meaning to perfect. It is the imperfect indicative active passive, imperfect indicative passive from teleo. So the will of Zeus was being uh, fulfilled, or was being perfected. So going back over then, just a quick translation, it would seem to me to read this way. Uh, the destructive wrath which brought countless woes upon the Achaeans uh, and made upon many heroes and made themselves spoil for the dogs, and every bird uh, a feast for every bird. Thus the plan of Zeus was being fulfilled. So just to give it a quick, smoother translation, sing, O goddess, of the anger of Peleus' son and the devastation which put pains, that is numerous or countless pains, upon the Achaeans, and hurled them to the house of Hades, or hurled many to the house of Hades, that is, many strong souls of heroes, and gave their bodies to be the feast of dogs and all birds of prey, or to, uh, can I say, uh, food for the birds. And the will of Zeus was being fulfilled. Latimer's translation has been a standard, and I tried to look at that and then try to do a literal translation of these lines of Homer. So we're talking about the will of Zeus being perfected in what was happening at the beginning lines of Homer. So I'm just trying to challenge myself to work on some of the grammar. Um, someone would someone should listen to this being read in hexameter. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to understand the grammar. Uh, so it helps challenge me at this point in life.